Hello and welcome to today's practice. We'll be working on acceptance and handling difficult emotions and cravings. It might be helpful to think about an addictive behavior pattern of yours or a behavior that you want to change that's been challenging for you. So this was inspired by Amy Johnson, who wrote The Little Book of Big Change. A quote that stuck with me from the book was this. She says, "When we resist or try to change what we are experiencing, we often reinforce it. When we accept our current experience as it is, because we deeply see that it is not us, it comes and goes naturally and swiftly." Take a moment for that to sink in. So think of the concept of non-resistance and the observer perspective. The task for us becomes, let the emotions come through us without holding on. Amy Johnson then shares an analogy of the sky that is very helpful when we are experiencing turbulent emotions. It's as if we are the sky, always blue, always clear, with the sun shining. Our human experience is weather. Those are the thoughts, the emotions, behavior. The clouds can be so thick that we forget the sun is there. But the weather doesn't disturb the sky. The sky contains the weather, but is not affected by it. All right, so as the sky, we watch the emotions. We see they are a part of us, but they are not entirely us. So how can we see them as just that without labeling them as positive or negative? Whether it be anger, jealousy, joy, regret, shame. Seeing those as clouds, allowing them to come through our sphere, our body, mind, our consciousness, right? They are all here to serve a purpose. And the more that we accept them, the more that we can let them move through us. So the goal for us then becomes to experience our emotions, to name them, acknowledge them, but not avoid them or over-identify with them. Both of these states are damaging and enslaving. So acknowledging emotions allows us to respond to the emotion instead of react to it, to control the emotion instead of letting the emotion control us. Right? We can do this with emotions, and we can also do this with cravings. So instead of wielding willpower as a weapon to control the cravings, it's about acknowledging them and releasing them and moving on. So now we'll begin the meditation as an exercise to work with cravings and difficult emotions. Get comfortable. Close your eyes if you haven't already. We'll take the analogy of the sky and start to float off. Begin with taking some deep breaths all the way down into the belly and then filling up the lungs. The breath will be our constant stabilizing force throughout our meditation. Now imagine resting in your happy place. From there, we'll float on up into the sky, noticing what the weather is like now. We gradually rise above the clouds. It's currently daytime. We notice the sun. We see the vibrant blue sky and the clouds hovering beneath us. We start to see the sun move down into the horizon and go past our point of view. Then it gets dark. And noticing what that looks like and what that feels like. The sun comes back up at dawn, and we begin to feel a gust of wind in the atmosphere. It's blowing into our face. It blows so strong that the wind moves our body in space. Notice what that feels like. And as we go through this thought experience, allow any sensations or thoughts that come up. Breathe from that place of non-resistance. We are the awareness. We are the sky. The gust of wind comes and goes. The clouds start to darken and crash. Dipping down below the clouds, you see lightning in the distance. And then thunder follows. A violent rainstorm proceeds, and you hear the crashes and the sound of the rain. It's dark and stormy. You notice more gusts of wind and cold. Take a deep breath in and out. Then those clouds pass and start to fade. The sky opens up again. Sitting in that place, things are clear. Time passes, and then you see another storm coming. This time, it's a swirling hurricane. But now we find ourselves in the middle of the hurricane. Movement swirls around us, but we stay right in the center. Finding that place of centeredness, balance, equanimity. In the eye of the storm, I am the sky ever becoming, your wise self says to you. Bring in all those sensations and see yourself in the middle of the swirl rotating around you. Even with all the commotion, there's a sense of groundedness and a stability within the storm. You slowly rise up, the storm dissipates, and you see the sky again, vast, clear, and blue. Shifting gears, slowly, you start to float back down towards the earth, perhaps putting out your wings and hovering over some beautiful landscapes, making your way over the terrain. You continue and slowly reach back to your happy place. You see it in the distance. And slowly float down towards the ground, staying with that sensation of stability and groundedness. As you come back to the earth, noticing how you feel, noticing what's changed, taking an account of what you're feeling right now, taking a big breath in and out, slowly coming back to the present where you are, slowly opening the eyes. Thank you for joining, and have a wonderful rest of your day.